Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to look at how to create a very simple payroll system inside Microsoft Excel. This tutorial is going to cover concepts like lookups and data validation. Stick around and let's go through this tutorial together. The payroll system is having two main sheets. We have the data sheet and the payslip. Now we are going to begin by creating a new blank sheet and we are going to name it new data sheet. From there, let's go back to the data sheet that we have, our reference sheet. Now we need to type in all these headings in our new data sheet. So we are going to type everything over there. You would have to speed up the process, so feel free to pause the video and enter the headings over there. Alright, so we are going to start by filling in some basic information over here, like the name, the date of birth, among other stuff. Let's begin. Alright, so for the date of birth section, we are going to select the entire column there and change the type to short date. And then for the gender, so let's enter something there first. We have 12 December 1998. Alright, so we have the date of birth right there. Let's adjust. Very good. Now for the gender, we are going to use data validation to create to select the gender, either male or female. So to do that, you simply go to data validation and then you follow the instruction on the screen. Alright, so we are going to enter male, comma, female over there. Then we hit OK. Once we hit OK, we are going to get this little drop down which will enable us to select the gender. Let's just drag it down so that we can have it throughout on that column. So let's enter something for the department. We also have position. Let's just put something there. We have basic salary. We have bonus, other incentives, gross. We have loans, we have tax, which is 3% of basic salary. Then we have social security, which is 15% of basic salary. We have other incentives there, other deductions, sorry. We have net, as well. So let's just fill the dummy down so that we can complete it. Let's just complete the entire table. So for gender, let's just select something and drag it down. No, sorry, let's go back. Let's drag it down again. Very good. Let's just drag the HR down as well. And casual worker, let's just drag it down. We just want to speed up the process. So for basic salary, I would like us to enter a function to calculate to populate the entire cells over there with random values. So we are going to use the run function, run between. We are going to specify the least number we want for the bottom and then the top number we want. Now take note that the run between function will always refresh. So we are going to generate another random numbers for the bonus.
Leave me out of comments, leave me out of nonsense. Speaking out of context, people need some content. Niggas trying to keep up, shit is not a contest. Whipping bands concept, heaven sent, God sent. At least that's what my mom says. Proof is in the progress, money's not an object. Busy than a motherfucker, you know how my job get. Barking up the wrong tree, you know how the dogs get. Haven't fallen off yet. Come with a classic, they gon' round years later and say it's a sleeper. The ears are red, the panty is real. Might try for a feature. Deposit the money to Brenda Letitia, Alinda Felicia. She came for me twice, I didn't even know her once. She know I'm a pleaser. 42 millimeter was made in Geneva. Yeah, I probably should go to Yeshiva. We went to Ibiza. Yeah, I probably should go live with Yeezy. I need me some Jesus. But soon as I started confessing my sins, he wouldn't believe it. Sins. I got sins on my mind and some M's. Got a lot of M's on my mind and my friends. Yeah, I keep my friends on my mind. I'm in love. I'm in love with two girls on time. Many tens. That's why I got 10 on my mind. I got M's. Got a lot of M's on my mind and my friends. Yeah, I keep my friends on my mind. Should repent. I need me some Jesus on my life. Amen. But I love me a bitch. Yeah, I'm a daddy, this shit might be secret. Trying to deal me the boy if I keep it. I can't respond with this boy. People if I got some rats on the bed, you can keep it. This shit getting deeper and deeper. I dig it. My chef won't be in. I was broke, had to fix it. Shark in the water, you swim with the luffy. I hit the day by tomorrow, she missing. I grab her neck, she look up, then I kiss it. I'm not a goat, but I fit the description. I like the post, so I get the prescription. We walk around with them bands, and I bitch she's gunning on jam, and I blow, I ain't missing. I'm dropping hit after hit, I'm just chilling, but I send it in, I chill my trip. Bigger the business, the bigger the office. I fuck around and tell me a shred, and I call up, they call for my artist, they making me office. I don't even bargain, I start from the bottom. I lost a Ferrari, lost Vegas, Nevada. I woke up the following day and went harder. I'm cracking my shit, now they see that I'm smarter. I gotta get money, I love to get charter. I gave them 4 burgers and 1 sports starter. I can't let them down off a roll, my car. I'm screaming out, yo, yeah, that's still the model. I know I be on some shit that they ain't thought of. Sins. I got sins.
Alright, now we need to calculate for the tax, which is 3% of the basic salary. Now there are multiple ways we can do this. Let's take a look at the first way, the first approach. We are going to enter equal to, and then we are going to select the basic salary. Then we will multiply by 0.03, and that gives us the tax, because 0.03 is technically 3%. So you have to drag it down so that we can have it for the rest of the data. Now we also have social security, which is 15% of basic salary. Now for the tax, we can also do it like this. Let's look at this approach. Take the basic salary. So first of all, anytime you enter a function, you need to press your equal to, bring in the equal to sign, then we take our basic salary, then we multiply it by 3%. It's quite straightforward. You hit enter and you'll have your value. Drag it down and you have everything. We are going to do same for the social security as well. Excellent. So the next item is the net. That's the only thing left for us to calculate, the net. Basically, the net is your gross salary minus all your total deductions combined. So the loan, the tax, the social security, everything combined. You take it from per gross and that becomes your net. So we need to select our gross income over here minus, put in parentheses, then we select the loan, we add it to the tax, we add it to the social security, and then we add it to the other deduction. Then we close our parentheses. Alright, so once we are done, we can format our table. We can format it well. So feel free to format it based on your style and your need. You can fast forward this part as well. If you don't need to format yours, you can just fast forward it. But I encourage you to watch the entire thing so that you can learn a thing or two. Alright, thank you.
Give a fuck about a nigga. Big Birkin bag, hold 5, 6 figures. Stripes on my ass, so he call his pussy tigger. Fucking on a scamming ass, rich ass nigga. Same group of bitches, ain't no ass to the picture. Drop a couple right, watch his ass get bigger. Tricking on licking, I'm looking at your nigga. If it's money right, you can eat it like a sticker. I ain't got time for you fake ass. Talking all loud and fake ass clothes. Fake ass shoes, that's a fake ass clothes.
Alright, so I think that is okay, that is enough. Now let's see the model slip, the slip we want to create. We want to create something like this. So we'll just create a new blank sheet and then we'll just give a name to it. Now we need to change the view. So you head over to view and then you go to layout so that we can have this layout. We have to go to page layout and confirm the orientation. We want to use portrait and we want to use A4 size paper. Alright, A4 right there. Let's merge some cells and input some items over there. So we have the header and we also have the footer down. We have the footer as well. So if you want to add anything to your header and footer, you are free to do so. Now let's go to the new data sheet and I want to do something here. Instead of typing in the name, I'm going to rather copy it. Very good. And then move to the slip, and instead of pasting it direct, I'm going to select paste link. Alright, so sorry, there's an error. Let me go back again. Copy. Very good. New slip, paste link. Excellent. So it's right there. Now let's just format it, increase the font size and bold it as well. You can center it well. Very good. Now if you click on the name, you'll see that the address is showing the link, the link over there rather, instead of the name Best Buy Enterprise. So we are going to do something similar to the address. So you'll merge it and then you'll copy it and then you'll go to the slip. You just paste the link there. Now when you do it like this and then you go to the new data, let me press escape. Yes, very good. Now any changes you make over here, like for example demo title, When you go back to the new slip, you are going to see that there. So over here, I'm doing it this way so that we don't edit the slip aspect. I don't want us to be editing the slip aspect. So any editing that we want to do should be done on the new data sheet. Now we have to enter some basic steps over here, like the name, because you want the name of the person to be on your slip. We need to merge some cells for where you want the name to be. You have to enter gender. We need to enter other stuff. Almost all the basic stuff we have on the data sheet. On the data sheet, we need to repeat them over here. So let's move on. Alright, so we need to create a border for some of these items over here. Now, creating an automatic border is going to be a little bit messy, so I'll pick the eraser and then delete some of the lines, and then I'll manually use the pencil to draw some borders. Hang on, let's do this fast. Alright, so we are done. Now we have name over here. Now when a name is selected, all we want to do is that we want the values that is attributed to that person. We want them to populate over here. Like the gender should come, the department should come, the position, the basic salary, everything should come. So how do we go about this? It's very simple, and we are going to do this step by step. So make sure you select the name cell and head to data validation, and let's create a list. Now you need to specify the source where we want the names to come from. So this is the source, so select the source over there. If you are planning to add more individuals in the future, make sure you select blank cells down. Make sure you select blank cells, but then for the purpose of this tutorial, let's just select the names we have over there. So let's just go up and select the names we have. Now once you are done, just hit enter on your keyboard, and then it will take you back to this place. Alright, so we need to populate the rest of the values over there when a name is selected, and the name is going to be something we call our lookup value. So we are going to use VLOOKUP for this particular exercise. So we just type VLOOKUP, and then we'll pick our lookup value, which is the name, comma. Then we are going to select our table array. So we have to go to the source where we have our table. Then we are going to select the data. Please take note, don't select the headings. So select the data. If you are planning to add more data, make sure you select more cells below. Now we are done with the table array. The next item over there is column index. Now after selecting a table, you need to put comma before you can move to the next item. Alright, now the column index, which is the next item, is number 3 for gender. And how did we get to that value? For VLOOKUPs, we count the vertical columns. The vertical, so name is 1, date of birth is 2, and gender is number 3. Alright, so when you are done with the column index, which is basically the vertical position of the item you are trying to reference. You press comma so that it can move to the next item. And the next item is range lookup, which is basically true or false. Now true is for approximate value and false is for exact value. So we are going to use false. We can also change false. You can replace false with 0, which is the same thing, and 1 is for true. So if you want the exact value, just put 0 over there, and then as you can see on the screen, it has reflected very well for us. Gender is male over there on our payslip. Now we need to do same for the rest. So date of birth, we follow the same procedure. VLOOKUP, we'll pick the lookup value, which is the name, then we'll comma and go to table array. We select the table, and then we look. After selecting the table, we put in comma again. We look for the column index, that's the number, the position of the item, which is technically 2 for date of birth. And then when you are done, we select false or 0, and we have the date of birth there as well. Now you realize the date of birth is showing as a number. We have to change it back to date. Alright, you realize that this entire process is quite boring, right? So let's try and simplify it. Let's go to the new data sheet, select our data over there as a table array, and then we give a name to it. So we can give any reasonable name to it. This way is going to simplify the entire work for us. From there, once you select the selection, you have it there. Alright, now let's go back to our slip. Now all we need to do is to type in our VLOOKUP for the department. Now we need to know the position, the column index of all the various items. So you can take a pen and paper and write them down. So we have name is 1, date of birth is 2, gender is 3, department 4, up to the last item. We write the various column index down. So currently we are moving to department. Now department is number 4. Number 4, the column index is number 4. So let's quickly do it. Let's see how we'll do it. So we type in our formula equal to VLOOKUP, then the lookup value is our name, then we bring in the comma. The table array is selection. We selected it and gave a name to it, so I named mine selection. And then the column index is number 4, and then we go for a false value, which is 0 over there, and we have HR right there. We do same for position, and let's just go to the department and copy the formula over there, the function over there. Make sure you press escape anytime you copy a formula. So let's go back, let's do it again. Copy it. After copying, Ctrl+C, press escape. Then you go to where you want to paste it and paste it over there. Now all we need to do is to change the column index. So for position is number 5. So we are going to do same for the rest. All we are going to do is copy and paste. Copy and paste. We paste it over there and we change the column index. Alright, so now that we are done, we will just change the various numbers into currency. So under home, you will go to the number group and then change it to currency. So you can follow the lead on the screen and then change all the various figures into currency. You can specify the currency you are using. If you are using a different currency, you can simply do so. Alright, now we can bold 1 or 2 items over there and then we can format it. Our work is done. We can format it and then we have our pay slip ready to go. And as you can see, once you change the name, the various values automatically update. Everything automatically updates. So let's just do some small formatting, change the background, and then let's divide the title by adding a thick bottom border, and then can rearrange one or two items over here. This part is not mandatory, but then you can choose to design it to make it appealing to people. Alright, so let's select this one too and then create a border around it. Alright, very good. Now let's try and add date and time. So let's add date and time. Let's see how you can do that, date and time. So let's merge that. We put in the dates printed, that's not bad, and let's merge some cells over there. Yes. You cannot see the grid because we filled the entire thing with white background. That's why so that's why you can see the cells, but it's actually there. So let's just put a date there and just change it to date. Okay, we have it. Excellent. Now we will use the function now. We will use the now function to insert a date. So we will just go to the formula bar and then type equal to now, N-O-W, and then we put open and closing parentheses to insert the date and time. Bingo, we have it. As you can see, it is very easy system that we've created. This is introduction to Excel. Basically introduction to Excel. You can print out your payslip, and there are more things we are going to learn in Microsoft Excel. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Love you all.